What up, guys? Welcome to our Bellroy Venture Ready Pack review. During this review, I am going to tell you everything you need to know about the Bellroy Venture Ready Pack. We're gonna pack it out, show you how much we can fit inside. I'm gonna try it on, test out the comfort, let you know what I think. I'm gonna give you the pros and the cons. And then I would stay tuned until the end of the review, because just in case this isn't your perfect bag, I'm gonna give a couple alternative recommendations. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start off with the gist of the Bellroy Venture Ready Pack. This is a Bellroy classic for you. This is one of their most popular bags. We have the 20-liter and the 26-liter version. They are very well thought out, versatile bag. The sizes are really nice. You can use them as an EDC, you can use them as a little travel companion, a little carry-on. They are both the same, just the size is different. So for the remainder of the video, I am going to use the 20-liter version. And for some of the top features, we have a top quick access pocket, a drop-down front panel, a water bottle holder, and a laptop compartment that fits up to a 16-inch device. Like I said, this bag comes in two different size options. This is what the 20 and the 26-liter look like on me, and for reference, I am 5'2". This bag does come in two different color options, but Bellroy always changes their colors and depending on the size and the bag, so always double check. It weighs 1.8 pounds. It does come with Bellroy's 3-year warranty, and for pricing, the 20-liter is gonna cost you around $250 US, and the 26-liter is gonna cost you around $260 US. And if you're looking at this baby and you're like, oh yeah, that is the pack for me, Marissa, where can I buy one? We do ask if you would like to make a purchase to use the link in the description below. That link is always gonna offer you the best price for these bags. It is gonna offer any discount codes that we have going on at the time. And it's always gonna help support the Gear for the Girls YouTube channel, which we greatly appreciate. Thank you very much. All right, but let's see what this baby's all about. Let's start off with the front of the Bellroy Venture Ready Pack. Bellroy always has different materials for different colors and different sizes of the backpack. And for that, we have durable nylon fabrics that are made from recycled materials. And we do have a bit of contrast of two different materials. This is very smooth, and then we've got the ripstop on the side, which just adds a nice contrast. It always gives the bag like a little bit more of a sophisticated feel, I think. And these materials are gonna be pretty water resistant and very durable. And we also do have some PU coated zippers that's gonna offer even more weather protection. And all in all, I do think that these materials are also very lightweight. Like, it's not a very heavy backpack, which is always a plus if you're using this as an EDC, if you're wearing it every day, you know, you want a lightweight bag, and I think this offers a lot. So we do have a pretty minimalist front. We just have one top pocket. We've got two external lash points that you can use for some external carrying options or to help use as a pull tab when opening that top pocket. We've got the subtle Bellroy branding, and then at the bottom we do have a bike light loop. Or if you don't have a bike light, you can also use that as like another external carrying option. You know, we got some options with this bag. So for the top pocket, we've got this easy little zipper puller. Makes it very easy to open, and I love using this external lash point as a little zipper puller. And in this front pocket, first up, I noticed we have this divider, and then we've got one pocket on one side and two smaller pockets on the other side. And right away, I am noticing that that divider kind of does limit the access into that pocket, which that could be a pro and a con. A pro is that if you have heavier things in that pocket, it might weigh it down and like that flap would hang forward, and that mesh divider keeps it in place. But also a con is that it kind of just limits access into that pocket. Like, I kind of would like a little bit of a wider opening, and it just limits that. But once you get inside, that divider does offer a bit more organization, and it is a good quick access pocket, so I'm gonna use that to throw just my smaller tidbits that I use for my day-to-day carry. All right, so on one side we've got the deep pocket, and then we've got two little pen slot holders. I don't usually use pen slot holders that often, but I have found that my lipstick fits in there perfectly, so I'm gonna throw one in there. I'm gonna throw my other chapstick on the other side, and then I'm gonna go ahead and throw my hand sanitizer in there as well. And then on the other side, we do have a bit of a bigger pocket. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my portable charger and my AirPods in that pocket just for a little bit of organization. And then I'm just gonna throw my wallet right in there as well. As you can see, pretty packed out. You have a little extra space if you want to throw some more smaller things in there. But for my day-to-day use, I'm not really carrying that much, and I don't want this top pocket to have a super bulky look. If you are taking this bag traveling, like you can put your passport up there, you can use it as like a little toiletry pouch. You got a lot of options with that, but for me, my EDC, that's what I'm put there. And like I said, it's gonna pop out a little bit, but it's not a super bulky look. I think it's gonna offer some nice quick access when I'm wearing the bag. I can just reach up top, grab what I need to pretty quickly. So that's pretty much it for the front. Let's get into the middle of the Bellroy Venture Ready Pack. Alrighty, for the middle, on one side, we do have a water bottle pocket, which is a big pro for me because sometimes Bellroy packs don't have a water bottle holder. So if you are looking for one with a WB holder, this is gonna be for you. And then you also do have this strap that will secure the water bottle in, or if you wanna put something else in this water bottle pocket, like a tripod or something, this strap just offers a little bit of extra security to hold it into place. And then on the other side, we do have this back hidden pocket. It is covered by this flap, so whatever you put in there, there's gonna be some nice weather resistance with that. And then open it up, and we've got a key leash and a pretty vertical pocket that runs the length of, it's about this big. And for that side pocket, like, I'm not really a big fan of side pockets like that because it's that wide and it's long, and sometimes I'm just like, I don't really know what to put in there. It is a good spot for a phone. It does offer hidden quick access, so if you want to put like some extra cash in there, or your wallet, or maybe your headphones, like you can put some smaller things in there that will offer you a little bit of quick access because it's right there. I'm gonna go ahead and put my iPhone 15, and it fits perfectly right in there. And then I will also attach my keys to the key leash. Super, super easy. We love that. Just throw that in there. I do really love that side pocket for a key leash though. Like, I think it's very convenient, so you don't have to take the bag off, open it, get your key leash. Like, I think that's a really good spot for it. Close that up, and then I'm gonna put a water bottle in the water bottle holder once I've packed out the main compartment to see how much we can fit and see if it compromises the water bottle holder. So to get into this main compartment, we've got dual access zippers with these really thick zipper pullers. It makes it super easy to open. Once again, 2 more external lash points at the bottom, also be used as zipper pullers. So let's open this bad boy up. And we do have a clamshell style opening into that main compartment. And this side is pretty minimalist. We don't have any organization. We just have the laptop compartment in the back, and then an extra sleeve here for a tablet or some documents. And then the other side, we've got a mesh pocket at the bottom, and then this smaller mesh pocket at the top. And then one cool thing about this pocket on the inside, it's the drop down front panel. So if you don't want to fully open the bag and get something, you just want to access that pocket, you can open it like a little half moon, and bam, just flip that down and you'll be able to access what you want in that front pocket instead of having to open the whole bag, dig around, things fall out, all that stuff. So it's just another area you can put something you want to access a little bit quicker. So let's start just packing this bag out, see how much we can fit. So for this laptop compartment, it does say that it can fit up to a 16-inch device. So here we have our pretend 16-inch laptop. So let's see if that fits in. Oh yeah, slides in perfectly, fits right at the top. That is definitely the biggest that is going to be able to fit in there. If you don't have a 16-inch, I've got a 13-inch real MacBook Pro, but I will say that I don't think that this is the best laptop compartment I've ever seen. It's got a bit of padding from that back panel. It does have a false bottom, which is nice, but for me personally, like, I don't know. I'm just a freak with my laptop, and I'm usually always putting it in a protective case just for a little bit of peace of mind. So I'm gonna put it in my protective case, see if it fits. That fits really nicely. Nice and snug. good to go. And then right below that, we do have a sleeve as well. You could put some documents in there. This is an 11-inch tablet that slides right in there with some room to spare. So now I'm just gonna start filling out the main compartment, see what we can fit. I'm gonna go ahead and put a book right at the bottom. I'm gonna put my jacket as well. And then I did see there is also a side little mesh pocket right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my glasses case in there. That also could be like a really good spot for an umbrella or something like that. And then I'm gonna put my headphones case right on top as well. And then for the other side, I do normally travel with a tech pouch, but it is a smaller bag, so I didn't want to take up too much room in the main compartment. So I'm gonna utilize these pockets and put all my cords in here. So I'm gonna go ahead, put my laptop charger and my portable adapter right in there. And then in this top pocket, I'm gonna put my spare hard drive and another cord. Zip that on up. And it is pretty packed out. You could probably fit some more things in those mesh pockets because they are stretchy. They do offer a lot of room for some extra things, but I think that's all. So we're gonna close this on up. Closes nice and easily. Not too tight. When I close it, I will make sure that those zippers are right back there so that if I do need to access that pocket, just easily flip it down like that. Whoop, zip it back up. And then lastly, we got the water bottle holder. Let's see what we can fit when the bag's fully packed out. All right, wow. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, so with a little extra force and work, we fit the 22 ounce in there. The strap is not needed because it's a smaller water bottle and it is very tight and secure in there, so I don't think it's gonna fall out. 34. I know, we can do it, we can do it. I have faith. You are strong. Okay. All right, you know what, like, it's not going all the way to the bottom, but you know, maybe that's what this little thing's for now. So we can just make sure it's nice and secure in there. Like, okay, so it's not fitting because I do have bulkier items that are at the bottom that's making it a little hard for the water bottle to go all the way down. But the width is fine and we can get it in there. And you know, if you like hydration and you don't care about a little bulky side water bottle popping out, you know, you got this extra little leash to keep it in place. Good to go. Hydration is key. So that is what the bag looks like fully packed out. You know, it's a little heavy when fully packed out. That water bottle obviously gives it a bulky look, but I think it still maintains a nice shape with the front. Like, it's not super bulky, but I will be very interested to see how this bag feels on. So let's get into the back of the Bellroy Venture Ready Pack. Alrighty, first up for the back, we've got this top handle at the top. It is a pretty wide top handle and it's pretty tight as well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not personally a fan of a top handle that's in the back. Like, I prefer mine more in the middle. I feel like I have better control over the bag when it's placed more at the top and in the middle as opposed to the back. But you know, it's a smaller bag and it's gonna be easier to access that front pocket when you zip the bag down and you're holding the bag from back here. So it's nice. There's not much padding. It's pretty soft materials. So you know, it's an eye top handle. Then below that, we've got the shoulder straps. We've got a little sternum strap to help with the comfort, to redistribute some of that weight. We've got the adjusters. We've got some dangle stoppers. And then for the back panel, we do have some pretty padded, very soft materials for the back panel. We've got that center cutout that's gonna allow some airflow, and then we do have a side luggage pass-through holder. I will say, like, I really think this is nicely padded. I am a huge fan of the materials that Bellroy uses on the back panel and the shoulder straps because it's so soft. It's not gonna irritate your skin. I think for a 20-liter bag, there is a really good amount of padding. And then at the top of the shoulder straps, we do have this area right here that doesn't have padding, and that just makes the shoulder straps like just not as firm and stiff. It makes them more flexible, easier to move, flows better when you're wearing the bag and you want to swing it over to access those quick access points. And I just find that the shoulder straps just lay a lot easier and form to your body better when it has that less material at the top. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We only have one last thing to do, and that is to try this puppy on. So first thing I feel is that back panel. Like, it's really well padded, I think. It's really soft materials. Like, I can feel it against my back. Like, oh, I just want to lay on it. It's really comfortable. I do really like that. Shoulder straps, I love them. I'm just a big fan of lighter, softer shoulder straps as opposed to thick material. Like, it just weighs down too much. This feels nice and light. The sternum strap is a nice touch. It definitely is redistributing some of that weight, taking a lot of pressure off my back. I love the soft materials on the shoulder straps. They're not irritating my skin. It is a 20 liter, you know, so it's not super packed out. You're not lugging it around, but for what it is, like, I do find it pretty comfortable. I don't find a lot of pressure around the girls. Like, it sits nicely around the side. It goes down. It's thinner at the bottom, which I do like. I'm just a fan of a thin shoulder strap, thinner materials. That's just my personal preference. If you like thicker straps, you might not like this, but I do think for an everyday carry that it is really comfortable. Now let's get into the pros and the cons of the Bellroy Venture Ready Pack. All right, for my pros, pro number one is gonna be the comfort. I loved the padding on the back panel and the really soft materials on the shoulder straps. And pro number two is I really liked the organization in the main compartment with those mesh pockets. But for my cons, con number one is that divider in the front pocket felt like I had limited access to it. And con number two is gonna be that laptop compartment. But if you don't care about those cons, you think that that sounds stupid, you think that this is your perfect bag, and you would like to make a purchase, we do ask that you use the link in the description below. Thank you. But if you're like, I don't know, I wanna see what else is out there, I got you. We got some alternatives. Here are the alternatives to the Bellroy Venture Ready Pack. Number one, we've got the Tortuga laptop backpack. I think that this is a really great alternative if you're looking for a more weather resistant bag. You want 2 water bottle holders instead of 1, and you need a much better laptop compartment. This is a really great bag, and if you would like to learn some more information about it, you can check the link in the description below. And for alternative recommendation number 2, I went with the Bellroy Venture Travel Pack. This is gonna be for you if you really liked the style of the last one, you wanna stick with Bellroy, but you just want better weather resistance, and you didn't really like the bulky look of that water bottle. This one has an internal water bottle holder. And it's Bellroy, so you just know it's gonna be good. So if you would like to learn everything there is to know about this bag, you can check out our full review right here. Alrighty then, that is all for this review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you are liking these videos, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. My name is Marissa. This is Gear for the Girls, brought to you by Nomads Nation. Peace.